Welcome back to, through nothing short of a miracle, Game of Thrones. So the first few minutes I'm going to basically explain what happened yesterday and how the hell I've actually managed to fix it. And for any of you guys as well, I'll sort of offer an explanation and a download link as well to a sort of temporary workaround, just in case any of you have the same issue. So yesterday, you might remember, we had a little bit of a crashing issue. So on the same day, every month, there was a crash to desktop. The error logs just said Stack Overflow, so it was a very difficult problem to diagnose. So I basically finished by the end of, the constant crashing and trying to diagnose it actually during the video recording. Basically finished recording by like 2 a.m. Yesterday morning, which is like, roughly 15 hours or so before the video goes live. Then after editing and everything, it's about 4 a.m. I then stayed up till about lunchtime that same day without having any sleep or anything, trying to work out what the hell was going on with the mod. So I ended up disabling, to start off with, every non-essential mod. So basically all I kept on was the Storm King submod, which we need for, basically the whole scenario that I've set up here. The Colonize Valyria mod, because without that we wouldn't be able to even load into the game, and the base Game of Thrones mod. And still the issue was persisting outside of that. I actually narrowed it down eventually to just the base Game of Thrones mod, because I know both of those mods, my own mod there and the mod that added Valyria, wouldn't have added anything that would cause a sort of pretty much guaranteed crash to desktop. So what I did is I went to the Game of Thrones mod folder and removed every single event file and re-added them one by one. And there's a lot of goddamn event files in there. I think there is something along the lines of 255, apparently. 255 event files in there. I added them back sort of like half a dozen at a time, till eventually I tracked it down to a few, and then from there, sort of narrowed it down further and further until I eventually found the file that was causing it. For those of you interested, it is the on_actions_event .txt in the events folder. Something there specifically was causing the issue, so what I had to do after that stage was remove all of the actual contents of that file and put it back piece by piece until I found the exact event that was causing the crash. Turns out it's something to do with succession, specifically something to do with carrying over like tyranny and penalties that the previous ruler of, say, republics or whatever had. I don't know why the hell it was being triggered. Something, my feeling with it is probably where we vassalized Volantis, or might even be something to do with that weird glitchy kingdom in Volantis as well, is causing something in that event to obviously misfire and then cause crash to desktop, because it's only ever since we've, obviously vassalized Volantis here, so I'm assuming that's something to do with its succession in that regard. Basically, I've patched that file. It's a temporary workaround, but I did some very thorough testing after that, just to make sure everything was working as it was supposed to. I played forward another couple of years, just to make sure, obviously without doing anything in observe mode, just to make sure the game didn't crash, and from then on we were absolutely fine. So that was what was causing the issue. It took a hell of a long time to diagnose. There is a download link in the description to my patched version of the on_actions_events.txt file. If you guys want to take a look at that, if you guys have this issue yourself, or maybe you want to preemptively avoid this issue in your own game, go ahead and download that one. I imagine the problem is it's just where, CK2 has been receiving a lot of patches, a lot of DLC recently. The Iron Sentry came out. I imagine just the Game of Thrones developers haven't been able to keep up with things as of yet. So that's available there for those of you who are wanting that fix. But in the meantime, we are back to Game of Thrones. So what's different between this and where we left off in terms of gameplay last episode? Well, to be honest, basically nothing. We've still got, obviously, Princess Blendar of Last Lament there as our daughters. Incredible, I think slightly different. She's got like Paranoid and Diligent, which I don't think she had last time. We are still the king of Last Lament, in inverted commas, but obviously our capital is in Valyria there. Still have Volantis and that sort of part of the Gishkari Empire that we vassalized last episode. And we're still on track to reforming the religion here. With 3% moral authority off, we're still building our temple in Old Volantis, and we still need to replace the head of Gishkar. So in terms of gameplay, we're exactly, basically where we wanted to be. Oh, there is one slight issue. I can't believe I almost forgot about this. Yeah, that. The Great Sickness spawned during some testing, so I went back to an older save game just to ensure that it wasn't the save game itself that was bugged out. Played forward a little bit, and of course within that sort of 6-month period, it was like 3 months ago, the Great Sickness spawned. In fact, we can actually check, can't we? Started in 840611. Yeah, so it was literally like this time last year in-game. The Great Sickness spawned, and it spread all the way down from Ibn into Essos, just about to hit our capital. So it's kind of fortunate that I was able to start the game and actually fix everything before it hit us here, because I didn't really want to load into an epidemic. The other thing is I've obviously built a hospital very, very quickly. We've got our slave camp. We've got our master builder still in Valyria. So the build time modifier is incredibly slow on that. So I was just able to quickly spend basically all of our treasury getting up the world's quickest hospital here. So that ideally we don't die of the freaking Great Sickness, which is fast approaching. Basically just the bubonic plague from the base game, obviously. Can we close the gates? Why can't we close the gates? Excuse me, I'd like to shut the gates right about now. Thank you very much. We're in a good situation. We cannot afford to lose Princess Blendar, especially because she is a great character. I think she's going to turn out really well. As long as we can convert her back to, obviously, Valyrian. And somebody said we can convert to High Valyrian. We absolutely can. There's a button, convert to local culture High Valyrian. So obviously this just exists in the base game. Because Valyria is High Valyrian. Huh. And we can just do that. Oh, no, look. It doesn't work like that. King Griddle the Gentle becomes a saucy, but they've thought about that. So you actually can't flip over. Alright, credit to the mods there for actually thinking that far forward. Holy shit. Like I thought, you can actually only convert to High Valyrian after restoring the faith. So we're still hopefully going to get that done this episode. There's also this... I've not seen that before. That sounds cool. Also kind of appropriate, given that Valyria were like the biggest slaveholders of everywhere. Anyway, we've got a disease to fight. Oh god, the Great Sickness has broken out in Velos. And of course, the crash date, 7th of 11th moon, we are just blitzing through now. Actually, the game itself looks a lot more stable. Like, look at the speed that we're moving at now, huh? And while we're trapped in prison, what better to do than to compose ourselves a lovely book? Oh man, I didn't realize that. I thought normally you can go out and you could take like a draft to keep you going all night or whatever the hell it is, and then you vomit. This time around though, we do risk 25% becoming maimed. Oh my god, okay. We got very lucky with that one. Holy shit. And apparently we've also inherited Dragon Hill. Oh, that's our temple in Old Volantis. So how far off are we? Oh my god, we can actually reform the religion, right? We need 750 piety. Are you kidding me? Okay, we can actually reform the religion right now. We just need that little bit bonus. Theology, ironically enough, scholarship focus actually tends to be better for gaining piety. The second we can, we'll flip over to theology, though, because we've already done the scholarship focus, and we've already got cynical out of it, unfortunately. But we will go for theology as soon as possible. First of 8th moon, 8411. Right, okay. So, that's going to be years and years. Oh my god, are you joking? Oh, I flipped over to family focus, didn't I? To try and get better relations or train our kids or something garbage like that. Oh, for the love of God. All right, it's not a big deal. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we've actually managed to... Okay, I was going to say actually managed to avoid the Great Sickness. Nope, apparently not. Grave news, Your Grace. The dreaded sickness has broken out in Valyria. If we lose Blender, I quit. I still quit this campaign. Obviously, I'm not going to quit the campaign. But that would really, really suck because I haven't been focusing on any other heirs at all. Like, we don't even have a decent backup heir. She's ugly. She's not got bad traits, though. We've got... Oh, she's Hunchback. He's, what is that one? Homely. Okay, we've seen the Hunchback one. She's sickly but attractive. That's not terrible. Okay, tall and strong. Prince Greater, we're already his guardian. So actually, he would be our backup heir. Not fantastic right now, but could potentially be a good martial ruler, especially as he is burly and giant there as well. So we'll start with a decent personal combat if he wasn't a kid. Could be something we could work on there. Let's make sure our Maester and our Master are both overlooking things. Oh, sorry, it's not a Maester anymore, is it? It's a court physician. Then we've got a Master at Arms there as well, helping things along. Oh, God. Okay, now all we've got to do... All I've to fix the game, and now all we've got to do is survive the end times, the literal apocalypse. We've got White Walkers coming from the west. Speaking of which, everyone seemed pretty excited to see whether or not... Has House Dane taken Dawn? They absolutely have. Look at that. People are kind of excited to see if the White Walkers will cross the Stepstones. We'll also keep a very, very close eye on this as well. The Frey have taken Shipbreaker Bay. House Frey there. This is so weird. Westeros is so screwed, and they've done it at this stage, haven't they? There's really the last kingdom, the last holdout there. King Theomore Hightower of Old Town, of all of the great houses of Westeros to be the final survivors. Wouldn't have really put my money on House Hightower. You would have expected a Southern House, but maybe not House Hightower so much. Crystal Sword there. Strange Stone. It doesn't matter what you watch, but I think you guys are screwed. Okay, our wife hates us. Seems appropriate. Let's rekindle our love with our wife, because the last thing we need right now is to be stuck in seclusion with nothing to do, if you catch my drift. Let's dish out some titles. It's going to be very little to do right now, where obviously we're trapped indoors. We could, I mean, the Great Sickness is probably never going to get to Last Lament, so we could use our levies, our sort of troops from there specifically to go slave raiding or attack. Oh, we've lost a lot of land in Last Lament, huh? How did that happen? They got independent? Oh, they're at war. Okay, it's, they're in a civil war, so I assume they'll come back under us. It's probably where we've had a mega war, because we were an Empire level title, and then they didn't come back under us for some reason. These are dark days. When my son, Prince Greater, was beset by a high fever. Oh, God. Well, there's our backup heir. Dead as dicks. To be fair, he is burly, though. What does that give? 0.3 health. No, he's dead as dicks. Minus him to treatment. Okay, so he's got minus 7 health. He's doomed. Call for a court physician. Doesn't matter. He's already been treated. I think he's going to die. Oh, God. There we go. It's already started. I should praise him to the court. Come on, Greater, pull through. 33 gold, thank you. Greater, you are a backup heir. All you've got to do, by the way, in CK2, there's sort of this hidden mechanic. if you survive the plague once, you can never get it again, because it adds a permanent character flag that's like, survived the Great Plague, or in this, obviously, the Great Sickness. So if Greater pulls through, he's not, we haven't got to worry about it. He can't, like, re-catch the disease, if that makes sense. We are also about to grab it, aren't we? We've got malaise. Oh, it's over. My friend is dead. Hosue Valane there died of the Great Sickness. Just a small private funeral will suffice. Have we got it set to deadly or something? Because this seems to have hit bloody hard, huh? No, I don't think we do. I have no idea where it would be in this. Probably like Reaper's Dew somewhere. There we are. Yeah, it's all set to the default stuff there. Okay, it's not any lighter. Oh, yeah, no, we've got the Great Sickness. We could be super dead here. We're on family focus, so that's 0.5 extra health. Oh, there we go. I was going to say we actually survived that. Should we say my life is in your hands? So it's an experimental treatment. We could probably end up with eunuch or maimed or infection, or he could make it 10 times worth and guarantee that we're going to die, but we're probably dead anyway. My life is in your hands. Oh, shit. My wife has contracted syphilis. That, well, you know what? Of all the things she could have caught in the current situation, that's not too terrible. Poor thing. I'll do what I can for her. And we are fucking dead, even before it's loaded. There we go. Incredible. You have a new heir. If your character dies, you will play as Princess Rolling Pin of Last Lament. My liege, may you live in harmony and contempt. I've been appointed as your regent, because now we are playing as Queen Blender, who has cramps. Oh, God. This could all go horribly. As per law and custom, 143 gold of your father's wealth has been divided among 7 of your kinsmen, so we're going to get nothing. Man, I kind of want to give him a funeral because, of course, he is the guy who resettled Valyria after all these years. But we can't afford it. It's not in the treasury right now. If we give him a funeral and the colonies fall into disarray, we're never going to be able to rebuild them. Or at least not for a very, very long time, given the whole plague kicking around. I must find out. Our physicians apparently died as well. So be it. I should have never have trusted him. Yeah, horrible mistreatment, and that basically guaranteed our father's death. Goodbye, Griddle. Okay, let's convert to our religion as well. We need to be 16, then we'll flip to the religion. Obviously can't convert to the... Oh, wait, we've become a saucy Valyrian, so actually we can flip to the culture as well. I thought maybe it just wouldn't let you flip and it would make you keep your current one, but no, it actually just sets you as a saucy Valyrian there. Okay, cool. Nothing to worry about then, besides the fact that we're about to die of the plague. Besides that, we're good. Marry a ruler... Get married. We'll just stick with get married for the time being. Can we flip over to... Oh my god, we can't even pick a focus because we're 15. 9th to 4th moon. If we survive another month, we can pick like the hunting focus. Maybe get a hunting dog. Maybe get some health bonuses from that. Obviously get the health bonus for picking that event anyway. She's strong. Okay. +1 health. Plus she's got excellent symptom treatment. That's plus... Okay. We might be fine. This sounds ridiculous, but we might be okay. My half-sister hot plate has been affected by... I can only see the plague. Oh my god. This is relentless. This is absolutely brutal. Did, what about our heir? King Masher of Marine. Wait, no, who was the one we wanted to play as? It was, Greater. Greater's still living. Good work, Greater. Let's educate him ourselves and ensure that he comes out semi-okay here. Oh, we can't, because we're a child, obviously. Dubaku, fine, you know what, you can stick with him in that case, because Dubaku's got, obviously, an incredible martial education there. Alright, this could be horrible. This could be horrible. Marry as you please. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, go find yourself a nice wife. Oh, no. He actually survived. I thought he died then. The Regency has ended. Though, many gods are honored on the Summer Islands. So you've got to remember, the character we're playing as now, Queen Blender, spent many, many years in the prison of the Summer Islands, picked up their language, their culture, their religion. What do we do then? So... Okay, goddess and goddess of God, beauty and fertility. The union of male and female is sacred to these deities. By joining together in this act of worship, the islanders believe men and women give honor to the gods who made them. Be they rich or poor, male or female, of high birth or low, all Summer Islanders are expected to dwell for a time in the temples of love that dot the islands, sharing their bodies with any who might desire them. I would not defile myself like that. This is a Summer Islander religion. We are not going to do that for a while. There we go. We are skilled steward. And, ooh, shit, we don't really want to gain stressed. What about temperate? It's not health malice. Come on. Okay, we're fine. We got temperate, but not... There's not bad character. Could have been a lot worse. 16 stewardship, not too terrible. We are going to pick hunting immediately and hope we get a hunting dog immediately before we die immediately. Let's set our council back up very briefly for what it's worth, because obviously these guys are all going to drop down dead in basically no time to... Oh, God, crockpot. You're not looking too well there, my friend. I don't think that's just chicken pox. All right. Tame a dragon. Fuck it. Should we just, like, really roll the dice? We've got the Great Plague to contend with. Why not also try and get ourselves a lovely dragon? Look, we've still got the fires of the Freehold. We've still got blood and fire. The difference is this time, though, we are not Valyrian. Convert to local culture. That's made us a saucy. Okay, that's at least something, a step in the right direction. That's 400%. What do we need to convert to the local religion? 400 prestige. Oh, wow, I thought it was piety. Okay, we'll mark that special interest. Do it as soon as possible. Let's tame this goddamn dragon. In fact, taming the dragon should give us a prestige, right? We're going to tame Daymax, our father's dragon, 33 years of age, 28 martial. Not a bad dragon, also fertile, so guaranteed a few more heads. few more heads, a few more eggs. I was reading that one. I would tame the dragon. And of course, we were pretty much guaranteed to get that one with our, Valyrian heritage and our many, many books that we spent many long series trying to steal. We received a message from the Sunset Kingdoms. What the hell is the Sunset Kingdoms, my man? Sunset Kingdoms. Why are you called that? That's normally what the Aztecs are called when they spawn in, but clearly there are no Aztecs, unless I'm blind. Nonsense. Leave them to... It's superstitions. There's no proof that the White Walkers have ever once stepped foot in Westeros. Speaking of stepping foot in our castle, great sickness approaches, by the way. Mobs of new people arriving in New Gis. New Gis? Why do I give a shit about New Gis? Let them come. My bodyguard has died. Okay, yeah, I'm sensing a theme here. So you might be thinking, why have we lost yet another month of gameplay? Ooh, well, funnily enough, I thought everything was fixed, and yet another issue has risen up, and I couldn't even load into the freaking game this time. Not only could I not load into the current autosave, I couldn't load into the autosave before that, or the autosave before that, and I hadn't touched these files in between obviously playing. I wasn't, just editing the files in the background whilst also dealing with this plague here. Turns out we've got yet another file that is causing crashes to desktop. It is the hl_nomad_events.txt. I mean, I can do another patch for this one as well. I'll literally just blank out the file and chuck that in the same zip file that I'm putting the other one in as well. This is absurd. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I get another glitch with this game that either causes consistent crash to desktops like we had yesterday, or this today where I couldn't even load into the game after it crashed, so for some reason it crashed and obviously I couldn't load back in, that's just taken me another 2 hours to diagnose what the hell was wrong with it this time. I'm going to cancel the servers if this happens again. I can't keep dedicating 5-6 hours a day to recording, fixing, editing, and uploading this one series in particular. It's actually going to kill me. So if this happens again, we're out. We seem to be fine. We're at least loaded in. Hopefully things are good now. I know that there are many, many issues with this mod in regards to nomads, in regards to the slavery system, in regards to multiplayer, the dueling system as well, especially. This is a very ambitious mod, and they've crammed so much shit into it. It's literally at its bursting point. CK2 itself, not stable at the best times. We all know this. If anyone's played multiplayer, outsync happens every 30 seconds in the base game. In this one, it's way worse. Like I said, this is literally at bursting point, and I think we're really seeing the effects of it now. But anyway, I digress. We should be good. We can now actually carry on with the fun gameplay. So, we're back. What did I do last time? I think I converted to Valyrian. We can't do that right now for... yeah, no, we actually can't do that right now. Are we still 15? Yeah, okay, so we haven't actually finished our education yet. Hey, maybe this time around, married to please, whatever. Maybe this time around, we will get, well, we're not going to do that. We'll get, oh, Midas touched, you fucker. I'm taking that as payment. I'm absolutely taking that as payment. Thank you very much. And we also gained temperate and not stressed again. Thank you. I appreciate that one a lot. You owe me, game. You absolutely owe me this time around. So I will take that one and more if you want to, give me any more. Okay, right. Let's go ahead and set the council once again. So, that's 2 files down, and like I said, at the rate we're going here, we're going to be base game in about a week if I keep stripping shit out at the rate we are, so, alright, so what else happened? So, our brother, King Masher, we need to kill him up and probably get back the Kingdom of Marine. He's what? Oh my god, it's Gavelkind. Shit, really? We're on Gavelkind? So when our dad died, we lost Marine. The Kingdom of Marine is now under Masher Valane. We don't want, Slaver's Bay right now anyway, because we want to focus on Valyrian, reforming the religion. How are we doing? Oh, we're kind of the checks. We're, of course, not even bloody Valyrian anymore. Great sickness approaches. Here we are. Round 2. Compensating for a job well done. Good work. If only you could have done that with our father. So our heir is a greater, isn't it? Let's mark him as special interest. You know what? This time around, because we're Midas touched, I'm going to educate the damn kid ourselves. Let's do it. Let's try and give him a helping hand here. We have full control over his education. He actually survived... Wait, has he survived the plague or has he not had the plague yet? Because if he survived the plague, that is huge. Because we are basically guaranteed a good character throughout all this. Granted, he's a downgrade because our character is strong and giant. He is just like giant and burly, I think, which is just a weaker version of strong, essentially. Young but skilled. Bring him to court. Sure, we'll get ourselves a new court position because I guess our last one died of the freaking plague. Not really a good sign, is it? Ironic, really. He could save everyone from death, but not himself. We already have a court physician. You've just lied to me. Oh, no, there is. It's the new guy. We don't have a storm singer. Oh, because we're Summer Islander. Yeah, let's not touch any of this stuff until we've dealt with the slight plague issue, what we got right now. This guy has 7 learning. He's also a drunkard. My life is in your hands. Good luck, my friend. You're going to goddamn need it. We're dead. You bitch. Okay, Queen Rolling Pin. What did we lose? We didn't lose anything, but we do have obviously a lot of pretenders to our titles there. Okay, fine. Daymax is flown to a rage. He actually fucked us up as well. Disfigured us. Did all sorts of shit wrong to us there. We're now playing as Rolling Pin. Ideally, we'd like to die again, so that we play as Strainer, who is a slight upgrade, or even then we'd like to die again after that and play as goddamn Greater. Small private funeral, because we literally can't afford it. If you want to die as well, that'd be fantastic. In fact, chest pains. That's always great. It's always good when your 11-year-old kid gets chest pains. So this kid, I think, has actually survived the plague. Because he would have had it by this stage. Fever. Oh my god, we're going to die again. This is great. Nola tried to tame the metal. This is some descendant of Daenerys Targaryen there. Because obviously it is, I was going to say Dragonborn, but no, that is House Targaryen. What have you done, Nola? Please. Oh, Nola. Greater Valane had... Okay. Someone else died and Greater inherited there. Rhaenyra died and Greater got the dragon egg. Who is that? Our courtier? Oh, that's our sort of stepmother, might be the right way to phrase it. So that's our half-brother Greater's mother, so not our mother. Sure, that works out fine for us, because now he's inherited... Is that a second dragon egg? Or, okay, a first dragon egg. My mother, Dowager Queen Narino, was beset by high fever. She's also got the dreaded plague. I must find a physician. Is that another physician that's died? Masha is also going to die here. Nonsense living their superstitions. Oh my god, it's going to wipe out our entire friggin' family, isn't it? Okay, let's quickly set up the council once again. Can we find a better court position? Because this guy is trash. Oh, you'll do. Kokoro. If there's a man I can trust keeping us alive, it's my man, Kokoro. Let's wait until we've got... okay, that's actually working. That was what was causing the glitch last time. Beset by painful cramps. Let's wait until we get the disease, and then we'll go for it. A surgeon poet from Yi. He's Mystic. Bigger risk, bigger reward, but of course you might just straight up die from that one. Yi and... the old gods of Yi, I thought it was Faith of the Seven there. Nah, I'm good. I don't require your services, my friend. Piss off. Okay, this new guy is decent, so I think it'll be okay. Oh god, Greater just inherited Marine. Well, we might be able to bring the round back together by virtue of everybody dying. We've got the Great Sickness, and... chest pains is a separate disease. You poor thing. You are dead in about 3, 2, 1... Oh, it's auto-saving. 3, ready? Oh, Ibn Raven's right plate, ready? Nice, we're dead. That's another one. Oh, that wasn't us. Who was that then? Greater Valane lost. Okay, so this guy... Greater's fine. That's all I care about. Greater survived the plague. That's all we've got to deal with. Just waiting for this character to drop down dead. Then hopefully the next one, then hopefully the next one. We're good. No! We did not want you to survive. Oh, shit. Strainar's also been disfigured. That's probably from where she was treated for the plague. My god, that means we're now immune to the plague. So, she's gonna live. Greater's gonna live. You know what we could do? We could just marry them together, huh? Betrothal. Betrothal is what I want to do. We want to marry Greater to us. No. Oh, because we're sick. Oh, we still got chest pains, huh? What the fuck is going on? Nah, I'm not putting my eggs in this basket. This is a character we're actually going to specifically try and drive to death. Word is going around since the epidemic came to Valyria, we've seen an increase in cats. The cats are not to blame. We know they're not to blame. We know how the plague works because we are from 2018. What did I just have to give away there? Oh my god, did our regent just nick a title? What did he take? Valyria. Oh, did he take Mr. Fair? Good for you. Yeah, no, that's really going to go up for you. You got a colony filled with the plague. You should definitely reward yourself, my friend. Enjoy that one. Okay, Daymax is still kicking around Valyria. Obviously, they're not going to fly away. Like I said, we've got the volcano. We will try and get him as soon as possible because he can treatment for illness. Now, I'm not going to do that because I kind of would like to just drop down dead so that we can play as King Greater of Marine. This is so strange. At least we haven't lost the entire house. I should probably check how many living members we've got right now, huh? Garth ravaged by plague. Oh, shit, we've got chest pains, headache, and fever. So we've actually developed, by the looks of that, a second disease. Interesting. Like I said, though, the Great Sickness, or the plague, at least in the base game, once you get it once, you can't get it again. I can only assume it's the same with the Game of Thrones one. Who knows? They might have added 700 different events that cause the game to crash. That might, you know, stop you from gaining an immunity to the Great Plague. Let's seek treatment. He thinks we're developing the Scourge. Well, that's reassuring. Thank you very much. Okay, we got +1 health from the Good Symptom treatment. One day I would... Gaining the Lordship of Velos. There goes another title. Well, I mean, if nothing else has screwed us here, the Regency is seriously going to kick our ass. Get rid of all the cats. Local revolt is minus 10%. Sure, why the hell not? Area has gotten used to the decision. Surely cats are perfectly healthy and should not be harmed. I could not accept that. You can keep it a secret, but you owe me. I don't actually know the downside to doing this. Let's see what... I've not really experienced many of the plague events, because obviously the plague doesn't really hit that frequently. Unless you've got it set to, you know, random or deadly or whatever else, which I kind of tend to. But, oh god. There we go. Now the peasants are furious. We've got no taxes. Not that we had any taxes anyway, because we're living in a colony filled with the plague. Well, I was wrong all along. What a shocker, huh? Queen Rolling Pin has taken the last breath at the age 13. She died of the dreaded plague. Apparently got it again. Oh, that's Crockpot. We're now playing as Crockpot. We're now playing as Queen Strainer, who is a disfigured, disgusting child. Long live Queen Strainer. And then we've got Greater Valane, our half-brother. And then, actually, there are only 2 other Valanes of this generation. How many members of their house are left? Small private funeral. 15 living members. Oh, God. We've been decimated a little bit by this, huh? I mean, just look at it. I mean, that should be kind of... What about you guys? Doing all right? Have we got any other branches of the family kicking around? No, they are all dying off, huh? What is this? Like, just lots of various diseases. I'm just seeing if we've got any sort of distant cousins here. Eleno Valane. Okay, so there are distant kinsmen still kicking around, so we're not, you know, likely to get a game over if our generation is wiped out in particular. I've never seen this happen so frequently. You up anywhere? You want to help play as King Greater of Marine? Oh, we died of the plague. That's original. That's fresh. That's different. Fantastic. We're now playing as... Queen fucking Crockpot. There's 1 left. Oh my god, we might actually be able to play as... Oh, get out of here. I don't care about you. We might actually be able to play as King Greater. The guy that we've wanted to play as this entire time. How old are we? We're 6. He's 5. Look at this. Plague. Plague. Oh, that was... Wait, frothing at the mouth. That guy died of rabies. Died of the dreaded plague. Dreaded plague. Dreaded plague. We got Crockpot, Sink, and Hot Plate. 4 survivors. That's not bad, considering that the plague is minus 7 health. To say that we got... 5 surviving kids out of this is, oh, well, 4 surviving kids, is pretty impressive. Out of what? Out of 4 people that died of the plague, 4 people that survived. 50-50 on the plague is nuts lucky. Like I said, it's minus 7. It's the same, you know, infection rate for everybody. There's not a particular congenital trait. I mean, this kid's, I don't know if being burly or strong affects the chance of gaining diseases, but we're doing pretty goddamn good, huh? You kind of expect to lose, I mean, the majority of people. Word is going around that since the epidemic, oh god, okay. Sure, exterminate the cats, and we can't risk any more revolt risk. I assume we've still got that. Yeah, we do. So despite the fact that we've now rounded up the peasants once again, keep some for observation. Oh my god, we've got the money for it right now, luckily, because I can only assume all of this money has been condensed down into 1 person. Okay, so how do we end up playing as our next character? So we could get ourselves ousted for tyranny. So just basically trying to imprison a vassal would do it, and then surrendering that war, we would take on some tyranny, but we would abdicate to Greater, who's decided to declare war on the others. Good, good. I don't know what I expected really with that. How's the plague doing? Oh, we can keep a pet cat. A sweet meow whenever you pass by the cages, and a soft purr whenever you come close. I shall call her Whiskers, my new... okay, or we'll name her Tina. That's not very Valyrian, is it? No, Tina is a little bit more appropriate there. So we've got ourselves a pet. Slave is bay ravaged by plague. I guess that's answered my question. Where is Tina the pet cat? Pet cat. Name? Tina. 10 out of 10. What an incredible feature they've added to this, huh? The sounds will be useful here, so let's take a look. Generally, you can kind of gauge... Okay, it won't be here for... Oh, it's already gone. Oh, we're good. Okay, open the gates. Open the gates, we're good. Let me keep my glorious little cat. Oh, the gates weren't even freaking shut. Are you kidding me? I guess that explains a lot. Now I know why we were dying in the plague. Alright, so... Go home. The plague's gone. What are you people complaining about? There's nothing more to worry about. The question is now, how do we reunify... I mean, our kingdom and get rid of this fucker who stole all of our titles. He's definitely on my chopping block. How do we get to play as our fairly okay character in the form of King Greater? Like I said, the only way that I can really think of off the top of my head is... Basically, I mean, a peasant revolt would do it as long as it forces us to abdicate. The way I would normally do it is imprison a vassal with a low chance of imprisonment, get them to rebel, and then surrender to them, which forces you to abdicate to your heir. Our heir in this situation, obviously, being our brother, King Greater. Pet cat, we can destroy our pet. We say, you have no power here. Civil unrest removed from Valyria. Why? Because we told them to piss off. That seems just. Why not? I can tickle her. Today I had to go digging in the garden, but gardening is boring. The gardener is boring too, but maybe... make game playful, that's not terrible. Being trained in etiquette, but with the game, that could become gregarious, so it's not too bad. We are attractive. Actually, I didn't realize we were attractive. That's not too terrible. Maybe we could just get married to our half-brother, because that'll reunify the realm. No. Political concerns, because we're going to... Matrilineal? Not my... Well, the same house, you weird man. What do you mean, political concerns? Oh, I don't want your dynasty to inherit. That's smelly. You're a weird man. Okay. This has been a very strange episode. I apologize for the slight interruption in the middle there, but the plague... I like the plague in CK2. It's always good when the game throws you a massive curveball, like the Aztecs, like the Mongols. I'm always a staunch defender of the Aztecs in CK2. In this case, like the Great Plague, apparently out of nowhere, straight out of left field. We've lost a massive amount of our members of our dynasty. I think we need to spend a lot of time just basically growing at this stage here, just dedicating a lot of time and effort to making sure this character comes out semi-decently. So real shame we lost our first character. Who was that? That was Blender. Blender was very good. Obviously, great congenital traits there. Who have we got that's patient? This person here looks good. Erudite, honest, patient. I mean, they are also genius. What, did I not? Oh, I'm looking at this person. You're not bad as well. We've got potentially the stepping stones for gregarious. The worst thing about this character, though, is that they are trusting, which is obviously bad. And they have sort of garbage education, so if they have over 15 in a stat, that affects your own education. But she's got patient, she is a genius, which will also affect our education. We'll go for her and see how we can gain just. Suddenly, things are looking up. But hey, you know what? If nothing else, here's the silver lining out of this episode. The game is running stable. It's running stable. It's running fine. No bugs, no glitches, no crashes. It's very rare that I can play this without 15 minutes without it bugging previously. Thanks to the Nomad fix and thanks to the other file being fixed as well. I think we are good. I will put those files up in a zip document up on Mediafire or Google Drive, something like that. If you guys want to grab that in the description, I'll blank out the Nomad file so you shouldn't have any problems with that. And I will also, or actually I'll straight... You guys might have to delete that manually now that I think about it, because otherwise it'll overwrite the base game one. But either way, I'll write up a little guide in the description. You guys can follow that. Thank you for watching. We're stable. We're good. I think we're back in the game for a while. We've got a lot of stuff to sort out here. We've got to grow. We've got to get good education. We've got to try and reunify the realm. And then the second this character comes of age, we are reforming this religion. Then we are coming back guns blazing. You know, claws out, team. Let's give a shout out to the Insane Top Tier level patrons who have been incredibly patient, sticking with the series while we bring it back to life. A big thank you to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Blurry Bunny, Sidini, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Demon Daenerys, Donald, Escape, Fukuno Vasquez, Fungus King, Gogolus, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Mr. Smug, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Necrophilin, Palvis Presley, Skaz, Surthor the Swede, Stannis Samanis, Toby Cruz, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Backers, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support in the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making this series possible in the first place. It's most appreciated, and I apologize for the delay here. I mean, what else could I have done? I think we fixed things. I think we're back upon our feet, so we will stick with this for a little longer. But like I said, if we get something like that happening again, this is going in the bin, and we'll start ourselves a new series, huh? And let's, of course, give a shout out as well to Asro, Adam Person, Akari, Andrew Wilson, Arachne44, Ben Troke, Betimus Max, Better Valerian, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Duncon 2 and 7, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Ice, Wallow, Cormet, Icy the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Jose, Joran DeVries, Jessica Smith, John Holiday, Johnny No, Jordan Campbell, Josephia, Justin Plot, Justin Walters, Lasmee, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Matthew, Monty, Nathaniel Lindberg, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pantemu, Panther Pearl, Payback 1 through 7, Peyton Dennisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Shari, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, The Forsaken One, Wesley Grayson, Will Wade Wolfie, and Zico 2. See you guys tomorrow for what will hopefully be a nice, stable, fun Game of Thrones experience. Finally reforming that religion.